Collective experience as election managers and security agencies shows that party primaries can sometimes be more acrimonious than general elections. We should equally be prepared for the two major elections later this year.
The Edo State governorship election is scheduled for 21st of September 2024. As required by the Electoral Act 2022, party primaries and nomination of candidates shall be done not later than 180 days before the date fixed for the elections. Accordingly, party primaries for Edo State commenced from 1st to 24th February 2024. From previous experiences, however, party primaries can sometimes be more acrimonious than general elections. So the electoral body, INEC, and security agencies need to up their game to ensure each free exercise. 16 political parties will be participating in the Edo governorship exercise, but today we shall take a look at the situation with the new Nigerian People's Party, NNPP, in the state. And one of the aspirants under the NNPP platform, Sebastian Oyere, will join me shortly to state his agenda and other issues. So stay back as we go deep into the Edo 2024 agenda. My name is Mie Ogede. You are welcome. As build-up to the party primaries this February ahead of the September governorship election in Edo State, political parties have scheduled ward and local government delegates Congress to elect members for the primary elections. The PDP just concluded its ward Congress a few days ago to produce 3-man ad hoc delegates for the party's primaries coming up soon. Jude Abugu has a situation report on these and other matters arising from the delegate Congress.
Preparations for 2024 Edo State governorship election began the moment the Independent National Electoral Commission published timetable for the off-cycle election in 2023. Since then, eminent Edo indigenes have been expressing intention to contest for the #1 position in the state, with 10 aspirants already cleared by the PDP screening committee. For each primary, the party set out with World Delegates Congress held on February 3. The exercise has been adjudged peaceful by participants and party officials, except in 10 wards of Esako Central Local Government Area, where the exercise did not take place.
No quarrel, no fight, so we'll give God the glory.
If everything is being done this way, I think we are improving.
Our party is known for this principle: fairness, equity, and justice.
While the congresses were going on in the remaining 182 electoral wards in the state, 9 out of the 10 aspirants, including Deputy Governor Philip Shaibu, announced their boycott of the exercise.
In Edo State, the National Working Committee is yet to organize the congresses for which we are direct participants.
Speaking on the cancellation of the exercise in Esako Central Local Government Area in the aftermath of the abduction of party officials sent to conduct the exercise in the area, the state PDP chairman urged aggrieved aspirants to approach the party's appeal committee for redress.
This Congress, I dare say, is the best that PDP has organized in its history since 1999, anywhere in this country. And the process was very credible.
As the 3-man ad hoc ward delegates produced from Saturday, February 3 Delegate Congress are expected to participate in the party's governorship primary scheduled for Thursday, 22nd February. The APC is yet to publish the names of aspirants it cleared to contest in each primary taking place on February 17. On the other hand, the sale of expression of interest and nomination forms are still on in the Labour Party. In Benin, Jude Abugu, NTA News.
INEC says 16 political parties have notified the Commission of the venues and mode of party primaries ahead of the September 21st off-cycle governorship election that must be conducted between the 1st to 24th of February 2024. Statement by INEC National Commissioner for Information, Sam Olemiko, notes that as the commission is set to deploy its monitoring teams, political parties are reminded that Edo State is the constituency for the election and pleaded with parties to avoid unnecessary postponement, arbitrary changes of venues of their primaries, wholesale change of delegates list, or the submission of names that did not emerge from valid primaries as candidates for the election to avoid post-election litigations. On the part of the INEC chairman, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, he has warned against rancorous party primaries.
Announcing the arrival of the Honorable Chairman INEC, the NSA, and the IG. Shall we obtain?
The Commission has also released the timetable and schedule of activities for the 2 off-cycle governorship elections in Edo State, scheduled for 21st September 2024, and Ondo State, holding on 16th November 2024. As required by the Electoral Act, party primaries and nomination of candidates shall be done not later than 180 days before the date fixed for the election. Accordingly, party primaries for the Edo State governorship election will commence next week and end 3 weeks later, that is from the 1st to the 24th of February 2024. For Ondo State, primaries will be held between the 6th and 27th of April. Our collective experience as election managers and security agencies shows that party primaries can sometimes be more acrimonious than general elections. We should equally be prepared for the 2 major elections later this year in Edo and Ondo states.
So now joining me from our Benin Network Center is the new Nigerian
People's Party NNPP aspirant, one of the aspirants for the Edo 2024 governorship election. Let's welcome Engineer Nyeri Sebastian Onyekpe. You are welcome to Political Update. If you can hear me, let's get to know your agenda for your state and the party you are coming up from. We'll join him again when we rectify the audio loss challenge from our Benin Network Center. A political organization on the platform of the All Progressives Congress, APC, has refuted allegations of corruption against the Chief of the Naval Staff, Rear Admiral Emmanuel Ikechukwu Ogala, to the tune of $170 million. The group, under the aegis of Coalition of Southeast APC support groups, says the naval chief has renewed hope in the Nigerian waterways through the launch of Operations Delta Sanity, cautioned distractors to desist from campaign of calumny.
Laughable as the allegations are, even the Nigerian Navy Authority, in their reactions to the syndicated allegations, revealed that all the vessels alleged to have been released, which were the basis of the purported $170 million said to have been received by the naval chief in bribes, are as at today still in their custody and currently undergoing investigation.
Of the current chief of the naval staff in fighting oil theft and in intercepting vessels, which has served the nation of millions of naira, and appreciates President Tinubu for believing in the naval chief. Let's go back to Benin and see whether we have restored the audio from the NNPP aspirant in the Edo 2024 election, Sebastian. Let's get to know from him what prompted him, if you can hear me, what prompted you to come and contest for this election at this time.
you are showing there.
Yeah, good afternoon once again. Like I said, my name is Reverend Engineer Sebastian Iyire. I'm from Ekpoma, Edo Central, and I am contesting an aspirant of the new Nigeria People's Party. To answer your question, what has prompted me to come into politics, I think it's time for clean hearts and clean minds to come into Edo State and fix and build that foundation that we all need for industrial growth, for self-sustaining future, where in Edo State, in Edo Kingdom, where in Edo Kingdom we will have peace and plenty, where we will build a kingdom where no man is oppressed.
Okay, and I can hear from Edo that the Edo Central is claiming that this is their turn. Is that one of the reasons you are coming out?
Yes and no. Yes, because there is that agitation, and rightly so. And no, because the passion does not just come up one day. I am here, and I have come up to build. I contested before as a senator, and I am contesting as a governor. So to answer your question, it is a yes or no. And the yes part is that truly it is time for Edo Central, because we have had Edo North, which is our own respected gentleman, Oshomole, and we have had Edo South. So it is indeed time for Edo Central. I think I share in that persuasion.
You contested for Senate, and but I look at your profile before coming on air. You have spent larger part of your life in the oil and gas industry. And in terms of governance, you know, it is a very sensitive state. Do you think, I mean, in terms of the leadership to manage the state at this level, the capacity, is it there?
Yeah, I think that is where a lot of people probably get governorship wrong. For me, as a governor, you are an executor of people's wish. You are not the Superman. You are not the Messiah. You are the executor of people's wish. And you tell them what direction you want, and there are structures already on ground by way of police, by way of civil servants, by way of medical structures. They are already on ground. You are just there to drive everybody into the right direction. There is no one man that you say, oh, you have the magic wand, you rule everybody. No, it is not like so. I think we as governor and as an executive of the state, you are there to drive the vision of the state. You are not there as a magician. So I think anybody of 5 million people, 6 million people in Edo State can be the executor of or as a governor in Edo State.
Okay, one other sensitive issue is about free and fair primaries. You saw the INEC chairman, you know, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, expressing some concerns about that he said, according to him, sometimes party primaries can be more difficult to manage than even the election itself. And he made that statement on the 23rd of January last month. And from what we are seeing, sorry, I call names like PDP, some are already, you know, not taking part even in the primaries. And APC is also trying to have their own issues. Are you sure that your party is not also infested by such, you know, issues?
Yeah. Thank you very much. That's a very brilliant question. And that's probably why a reverend gentleman like me is not in PDP and APC. They have their own rancor and they have their own internal issues to navigate. Fortunately for us in New Nigeria People's Party, there is no party that doesn't have its own issues and intricacies to navigate. But fortunately for us in NNPP, there are no factions, there are no passions that are out of control. We are all one in NNPP, from the national to the state, and we are all working together. And I am sure there is really no problem compared to the internal rancors that are in APC and PDP and even Labour. And that is why people would need to look at NNPP as an alternative, especially an alternative where we are not hoping, we are not planning to buy people's vote with money. We are planning to go there and give people a manifesto that New Nigeria People's Party will commit to, a manifesto that we can be judged by, after our administration.
Let me ask you again, you have some big wigs in other parties, the likes of Ezeyam that have contested several times and has pulled with, Kenneth Emaswogbo, and you will also have the likes of Philip Shuaibu, the Akpatas, and the rest. And some of them have tested the water rather 4 or 5 times. How will you going to navigate in terms of campaign and popularity? Do you have the popularity?
That is why people like us, as I said at the beginning, it is time for us to do that campaign of people voting for manifesto, people voting for programs, not for personalities. There are personalities that people have been voting for, and we still have factors that indicate that we have failed as a state, if not as a nation. So for me, in NNPP, our own passion is that we tell people to vote the way our forefathers voted. Awolowo and Professor Ambrose Ali, they told everybody, we will give you free education. And people, our forefathers were wise, they voted for them, and they were giving free education. It is time to take our minds away from personalities and vote for the right program, for something that is sustainable, for something that our children will be proud of tomorrow. We are proud today because we went through that free education. We need something that our children should be proud of, something we are planting for the growth of Edo State. And that is my vision. My vision is to plant Edo State as the industrial hub of West Africa by laying down the foundation. System upon system we build.
Is okay.
And at the end of 4 years, we would have built a solid foundation, and we are now enjoying from the foundation that we have built. Okay. It is not about personality. It is going to be about what Edo people are willing to have for themselves.
I will come back to you. I will come back to you. Let me just take this brief report urging traditional rulers. That is the Center for Peace and Environmental Justice is urging President Bola Tinubu to engage the services of traditional rulers in the ongoing efforts to curb youth restiveness. Such a move, the national coordinator of the civil society organization, Sheriff Mulade, said will foster national economic growth and political stability. Let's take a listen at it.
Security cannot be handled or left in the hands of security agents alone. So, as a traditional ruler, Nigeria we have is a multi-ethnic nation, and every ethnic has a traditional ruler. And inside the ethnic, you see various traditional rulers at local, state level. So if these persons or group of leaders are given some responsibility, we strongly believe that it will enhance the security outfit approach to the security challenges.
let's bring in our guest at least for the closing remarks. Let me ask you again. You made a statement before we went on that report. You said you want to lay a solid foundation in your 4 years and probably build on that. Are you now telling us that for the years Edo State has existed and the governors that have ruled, the foundation is not laid yet, that you want to lay or you want to build on it?
All right, let me expand on that just like you have indicated. We do not have a foundation for growth, not just in Edo State, but in the whole of Nigeria. And I say that boldly because I know I have traveled around the world. What makes the world to move is the foundational system of electricity. And I will say that again. Electricity is the foundation for operation of any developed country. And to put that in perspective, I'll tell you, for example, that in the US and America, they generate 325,000 megawatt of electricity. In France, they generate 135,000 megawatt of electricity. In Italy, they generate 60,000 megawatt of electricity. In the whole of Nigeria, depending on who you ask, we are talking about 5,000 megawatt of electricity.
Please, let me come in, please. Just 1 minute, please. 1 minute,
France
please.
Is...
Please, excuse me, please. 1 minute. Just a minute. Just a minute. Excuse me, please, aspirant. If you can hear me. Just 1 minute. Let me tell you, please, just 1 minute. See, we are discussing Edo politics, not Nigerian politics, because you are not coming as a president, but as a governor in Edo State. So I advise we limit our agenda to Edo State. And you are now telling us...
Yeah, if you let me land, I would have come down to Edo
please,
State.
let me also ask, because in your intro you said the founding fathers of Nigeria, you call the likes of Awolowo, Nnamdi, Southern and all that, and you gave them that credit that they have laid a proper foundation, and after a while you are telling us foundation has not been laid. Yes, you narrow it to power. Let's ask you, if for instance you are elected as the governor of Edo State, what is the target you are looking at as we are running off the program? Briefly, tell us, since you are focusing on power as the foundation for industrialization, how many now, because with the constitutional review, you have the power to also generate electricity in your state. It's now in the concurrent list. So how many megawatts of electricity are you promising the people of Edo State, and so that they can industrialize? Let's just briefly, so that we can round off the discussion, sir.
Okay, thank you very much for that opportunity. What I was trying to say, I was supposed to come back, I was coming down here. In electricity, we have about 6 million people in Edo State. And therefore, they need electricity for processing of farm products, electricity for security, electricity for hands-on business, from tailor to welder to everybody. They all need electricity. And that is what I will lay as foundation for the growth of Edo State. We will lay gas pipeline from Ologbo to Okpila, and we will build power stations in Ikpobaoka, power station in Irua, power station in Okpila. And these power stations will take care of that, and we fix the foundation we need. And once we have that foundation, we can now tell a farmer to go to the farm and produce pineapple, because he knows that.
Thank you very much. Honestly, we don't have time again. We don't have time again, but I think we'll still bring you in subsequent editions, because this is a pre-primary exercise. After the primary, we've got give you the opportunity, people rather your party give you the slot, we invite you again then as a candidate. We thank you very much for coming on the political update today. Hope to see you again subsequently. And for our viewers, we thank you sincerely as we wish you a very productive weekend. And join us again next week, Tuesday, for another fresh package. My name is Mie Ogede. Thank you.